The first pillar is transparency. The second part is it's a passive AI. The third and the final is we show in our algorithms how we make decisions. There's not much difference between a crazy person and a genius. So we created a calm system that you can share information for free.
Hey, welcome back to another episode of the Growth and Scaling Podcast. Today, we are so blessed to have Calvin with us. Calvin, tell us who you are and what problem do you solve?
Hey Todd, great to be here, man. Thank you for having me. My name is Calvin Yadav. I'm the co-founder and CEO of IREX.ai. We're the number one ethical AI for smart cities and public safety and for the government of today.
I love it.
The problems we solve. I mean, we can spend a long time here, but just to keep it on top, public safety, we were talking before jumping on, talking about our families.
Right.
We want to think about the safety of our families. We want to understand being the richest country in the world, our infrastructure should support the level that our children and our next generation deserves. So that is the biggest problem that I'm trying to solve, which is through using ethical AI to solve the infrastructure problems for our smart cities,
Right.
and to create at the same time a form of public safety.
So dive into that just a little deeper, because you talk about ethical AI. I've watched your promo video, your demos, things like that. Ethical AI versus what?
Ethical AI versus everything else. So, I mean, I don't need to pollute this conversation in a sense where like everyone heard like these chat GPT conversations and all that. And in California or even like in the East Coast too,
Yeah.
you throw a rock, you hit an AI ML company.
Right.
That's just the way it is.
Right.
So what is ethical AI? The ethical AI is built on a few things. The first pillar is transparency. Like that means that the whole platform, the whole infrastructure shows who is doing what with which AI module.
Okay.
The second part is it's a passive AI, meaning it does not make any decisions. It just gives you the
Interesting.
information that you're looking for.
Okay.
It has no ability to make any decisions. And the third is, as I said, with transparency, and the second is the part of the basically how we are it being a passive AI, and the third and the final is we show in our algorithms how we make decisions. So
Yeah.
you probably heard of the phrase of black box and everything else in between. We're not working with that side. So essentially, our algorithms, we build them in house. We're very proud of them, and we show how our AI comes to whatever outcome or results or information is showing you on the screen.
Right. Very cool. That's a big differentiator. And I know that the reason why you differentiate is because there is a lot of dirty AI out there. And there's a lot of people making decisions with AI that really need to be human-based decisions, given information that they can reach from through AI. Is that right?
Yes. That absolutely. So there's a term that actually our federal government is using. Is called RAI, stands for responsible AI, and that is like a year later than IREX. I'm not saying we started the trend, but essentially what you just said. Hey, AI is to help the human intelligence,
Right.
And the idea is that hey, these are the options of things that you're trying to solve,
Right.
And you, as Todd, as the user or operator, should make that decision. But it's the human should make the decision, not the AI. It can help us to make a better decision,
Right.
But it should not make our decision.
I love that. That's actually a great new phrase. I have not ever heard anyone other than you talk about responsible AI or ethical AI. I think that's awesome. I mean, it kind of brings a little peace of mind, to be honest with you.
No, it is, and that was the concept. And to take the conversation, like when we were sort of drawing this on the whiteboard, essentially,
Yeah.
the strategic placement of IREX is that we never want to compete with the legacy companies in the world,
Right.
that are helping in the smart city side or fiber optic side or infrastructure side, anything related to that.
Right.
Plus, we don't want to be part of these AI ML companies. So how do we create our own lane? And that has been the mission of mine, where we using smart city and public safety as the two vehicles
Yeah.
to educate our government, to educate the mayors and the
Right.
chiefs of polices, the sheriffs, the superintendents of the school district,
Right.
that hey, there is a new way of looking at your infrastructure.
Yeah.
You don't have to replace everything. You can use your existing infrastructure. That saves you millions of dollars.
Right.
Then at the same time, you put the ethical concept on top of it, which we call it transparency by design.
Right.
That means there is no delete buttons, there's no hidden button, and etc. And now you have this ecosystem that gives you real-time situational awareness and using your existing infrastructure, and you can just share that information in real time with
Right.
whomever you want, however you want.
Right. And I love this. And for those of you listening who are still having a hard time following what we're talking about, I mean, we're talking about literally like the infrastructure of a city, traffic lights, cameras, surveillance stuff that's going on around the cities. It all kind of coordinates into one area where it's saying, hey, this is what's going on. And then it allows the humans to make the decisions. Is that a fair enough, brief 30-second
Yes,
description?
ab- ab- absolutely. So you talked about a couple of those IoT devices. You can add access control to them.
Right.
We know in California, we're handling wildfire type of issues. We use drones
Right.
for that. We have weather sensors, like we were talking about Florida, that we just had Hurricane Ian. Any type of parameter security sensors and all that. So what we do is, because we're agnostic, our algorithms are agnostic to hardware and software. It integrates all of that,
Interesting.
runs into cloud computing, runs the AI engine in real time, and then it matches whomever government database you want to match it with, like let's say an abducted child or missing kid, and etc. And we then match it and share it with whomever the authority you want to share it. From the
Wow.
bottom of recognizing, matching, and sharing, on an average, it takes 0.4 seconds.
Wow. Wow. Now, this is exciting and this is really cool. I mean, a lot of people are still fairly nervous. I mean, generally, ChatGPT has been a 2023 thing. And as that has exploded, everyone's mind has been blown as to what AI can and can't do for us. You started this in
Yes, sir.
2019. I mean, how did you get access to this stuff, and how did you start tapping into AI and its ability to do these types of functions before the whole world knew it was even a usable feature set?
Yeah, so I have to give a lot of the credit to my partner Nick. So Nick is the smartest person I know, or the one of the smartest people I know, and we both happen to have roots from UK.
Awesome.
And what we have built in this system is essentially, as you put it, that how can we see the trend side of it?
Yeah.
So essentially, him building the infrastructure and me building the commercial infrastructure,
Right.
or the front end of the business, how we gonna place it in the market, and etc.,
Right.
and all those strategy stuff. Basically, from that yin yang combination, we saw the market heading, because I noticed the biggest problem
Yeah.
that the government was trying to solve is that we have created silos of information.
Right.
So what happens is, basically, you go to any one city, as just example you brought up earlier, they school districts has their own information.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, each school has their own information.
Yeah. Yeah.
The PD, the police department is doing, the fire department is doing their own thing, the traffic analysis are doing their own thing, the water department is doing.
Sure.
Forget about the electric grid, because that's a federal side, then the airports. So we have created the most developed country in the world has created these silos of information that do not talk to each other.
Of course we did.
And we saw an opportunity there. Yeah. Because nobody wants to share their data.
Right.
Essentially, on top of that, they didn't realize that, hey, where the technology going, you can do like permission based sharing, where
Yeah.
if I want Todd to have access to this 5%, he would not even know this 95% exists. He just
Right.
have access to that 5%.
Right.
But that was the philosophy behind that. How do we create this invisible ecosystem that connects all softwares and all hardwares in real time?
Right.
And that was our market push, basically the strategy,
I love it.
to stay away from the big giant whales and all the day-to-day AI ML companies too.
Well, I love what you're talking about. And honestly, those of you listening, as you start to ideate ways to grow and scale your business, you know, a lot of us have to put into our vision path, who is the avatar we're really looking for? Who's the persona we want to be selling to? And what does our ideal client look like? And when hear your story and you jump straight from like zero client to big government contracts and consolidating government agencies together. That's a huge leap. Like, how in the world did you even think that was possible, first of all? And how did you pull it off? And I mean, 3 or 4 years, you are now 100 employees and you're all over the country with offices and product. Dude, what are you doing? Like, this is really, really amazing.
So I long time ago had a quote that there's not much difference between a crazy person and a genius, and the very little difference is success. So every genius or every crazy person who gets a little bit of success is a genius, and every genius who doesn't get success is a crazy person.
Makes
So
sense.
when you asking this question to me
Yeah.
in the beginning, I was a crazy person essentially, and there was a lot of doubts. But the beautiful part about our path, as you put it, the avatar that we want to see and put it, is
Right.
that if we fix all these problems,
Yeah.
there is no fundamental way that we will not have traction. We will not have hundreds of millions of pipeline waiting
Right.
for us and
Right.
etc. It's just physically not possible. When we're the biggest problem every single government agency has is short of staff.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
how can
Yeah.
we make a force multiplier AI that can tell you what to pay attention to
Totally.
because of your list of protocols and pain points? Okay, done. How can we make a AI that people can use without even buying services from us? So if you have AI of IREX.ai and you want to share the information with me in real time, I don't need to have IREX.ai. Okay, so we gotta build those bridges
Right.
and break those walls of silos.
Right.
And then the final piece was, as I said earlier, if we bring this invisible layer to connect all these silos of information, which is already there,
Right.
and that's the beautiful part. We don't install anything in cities and countries infrastructure. It's already there. We just synthesizing the existing data and giving that real-time situational awareness that they didn't know it was going to waste.
Wow.
And that's how, when you put the avatar, that Nick and I thought, like, okay, this is the company going to make it.
Right.
And the beautiful part, and again, if people, your viewers and listeners that are listening to this, in a business model ours, I knew it because of my background and what I've done for like when I come from the corporate world,
Right.
is that I don't need hundreds and hundreds of thousands of clients.
Right.
I just need 5 or 6 or 7 only,
They just
because
happen to be
after
the biggest
that is
entity in the world, right?
yeah. So that's idea. I just need that the big clients to believe in it
Right.
and get to the early believers who will willing to use it.
Right.
And after that is just chasing that okay, we have another project,
Crazy.
we have another project. We just did this one project in Southern California, and it hasn't even, just to tell you, the pilot ended and the real project hasn't even kicked off yet.
Yeah.
And we have 12 new projects lined up around it. It's
Crazy.
just and word of mouth. Word of mouth.
Running a business, honestly, can leave a lot of founders and operators feeling lonely and isolated. If you have ever felt that way, trust me, I know what it feels like. And there is something you can do about it. You've heard a lot of our guests talk about the fact that being lonely and isolated is one of their biggest challenges in trying to run and scale their business. captainscouncil.com. Go to captainscouncil.com right now and see what we're doing to resolve this problem. We want you to be a strong operator who has solutions and has a way to get around the challenges you're currently facing. What most founders don't understand is that you're not alone. The challenges that you're facing, likely somebody else has already overcome, and they can give you the feedback you need to overcome them. Who better than your peers, other founders, other operators who are joining with you in a small group setting, a global community setting, as well as at our in-person events, to guide you through these challenges that you're facing right now. Don't give up, keep on pushing, but do it with some good advice from your peers. Go check it out at captainscouncil.com and let me know what you think about the offering. We can't wait to see you there. Well, that's a pretty easy business to, I mean, it's amazing with the avatar that you're going after. It is all word of mouth because they all suffer from the same problem, which is nobody has access to each other's data and nobody feels safe sharing it. And there's no way to to really manipulate it without you get humans involved and stuff starts getting screwed up. You get an operational AI though involved, and all of a sudden it's just interpretation of data, aligning similar things that need to be aligned, and it's really pretty hard to screw things up when it's a machine doing it, not a human. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. And then all as you brought up, like it's a very the Chat GP and all the other things. This is a very 2023.
Right.
Yes, for the masses, but if you think about it, let's go back to one of our America's biggest tragedy is the Boston bombing. A lot of
Right.
people don't realize that the first thing went down after the bombing was the comm system. The cops
Interesting.
couldn't talk to each other, and there was a plenty of people that had the very good description of this individual, but they
Right.
couldn't share it and with people and all that. So, as you're saying, how do you make a growth strategy
Right.
solve a problem? How do
Right.
you create? You can't create an AI system that only talks to your hardware or only
Right.
talks to your users or your software. So we created a comm system that you can share information for free,
Awesome.
and that goes back to my personal mission and the company's mission to take out the cancer of human and child trafficking.
Right.
We do not make any money for this application.
Love
We
it.
give this technology for absolutely free, and
Thank
we
you.
have. No, I'm very proud to say there we have reunited plenty of kids with back with their families,
Wow.
and every agency that wants to use this, from Homeland to National Child Protection Task Force to FBI,
Every parent's
and we just
nightmare.
give them use this technology for free
Love it.
and etc. And if my information is on public, if I tell you how many times I get called from moms and
Right.
dads, and because they and I have a technology that can help them,
Right.
so it becomes very hard to not tell the avatar, hurry up, man. So
Yeah,
when
no
you were
kidding.
asking like how do you get from there to there, when strangers are seeking you as your hope and you never met them,
Yeah.
it becomes very evident that yeah, we gotta bust
Wow.
some heads here, and we gotta move forward no matter what.
All right. So this is super cool. Like what an amazing company. First of all, congratulations. Uh, I still can't wrap my head around how you've been able to do what you've done in 3 or 4 years. We'll get there some point, but tell us about some highlights along the way. I mean, what were some, as you look back on the last 4 years, what are some of the key pivotal decisions that you made that kind of drove you to this rapid growth in the way that you've done it?
Wow. You want to hear some of the good ones, the bad ones, or the ugly ones?
Start with the
Because
good. Yeah, start with
yeah,
the good stuff, and then we'll get into some challenges.
the good ones are easier because they're very few. As you know, in business, you just have to be right few times. Bad, like you have to learn a
Right.
lot.
Right.
So the good ones from the perspective is like, hey, getting into a stage with a government agency or a city or a county or even like
Right.
a country. We're doing a few countries in UK, Europe, South America, Middle East,
Wow.
everywhere. So the idea is to get in early and to find the open-minded people that willing to
Yeah.
just very willingly just want to try the technology. So that was our like really good moment where we started to figure out that hey, if we would like to make a change in the year or the next year, we gotta get in earlier
Right.
stages where we can educate the buying party or the government
Right.
agency that hey, these type of technology exists. And I
Yeah.
cannot came out of a single meeting where they say they didn't know we could do this.
I'm
And
sure.
yeah, and that's the idea where we can like solve a lot of problems. So that's one of the biggest, like one good thing where you're almost being this trusted advisor
Right.
to
Right.
your end user, where they're asking you, what do you think we should
Right.
do? And that's how you know you got the right essentially your step forward with them. They trust you. and
Right.
and what one of the things that another thing we do is like it's absolutely free. So let's say tomorrow Todd International wants to use IREX. I'll tell you, don't believe me just because I'm an extremely good looking guy. No, here's the platform, try it for 2 weeks, for a month, for free.
Right.
And
Right.
obviously it's not free for IREX, but I make sure the end user doesn't pay anything. So that takes
Right.
away all the hesitation from the end user side that,
Sure.
hey, I
Sure.
have to pay for it, I have to do all this, I have to get all these approvals and all that. But now they see, oh, I get to just try it. And most open-minded people like you and I, we want to play with a new toy. So they want to see,
Right.
hey, does it work here? Does it do this? Can I do that? Can I, if I pull out, because we were just testing in
Sure.
America, some of these active shooter, some of these departments are testing our active shooter situation, and
Wow.
they see, oh wow, I don't even, it's alerting before even I enter the building. It's
Wow.
seeing through the glass doors, and it's locking the access control automatically, and all those little things that they say, oh, I didn't even know this exists. So those are the couple of good
Crazy.
things: getting in early, being a trusted advisor, and sort of like having this no commitment
Right.
way of going to the end user. And some of them are good partners to you, and others are vendors. I like to call them, because we're not vendors; we're a partner to
Right.
you.
Right. Now I hear what you're saying, but that is a blessing. That's a smart move to do this, like, hey, just try it, see how these systems talk to each other. But on the flip side, that's got to open up a whole door of new challenges too, because decision making on that level isn't always a smooth process. In fact, while you were talking earlier, I thought, man, how can you help our DMV system so we don't have to wait in line for 5 hours? There's got to be ways that you're simplifying these things, but how do you get the decisions made? Because that is a bureaucracy and a half.
Yes, it is, and you said it, not me. I love all my end users and the way they make decisions. I just want to make it very clear about that part. Uh,
Sounds
but
good.
you're absolutely right that the idea is essentially that, hey, what? So if you get them to solve their problem, and that's
Yeah.
why one of the things that's like, I want to take a step back, in the sense when we are building the ecosystem. So we have built the world's largest neural training model, bigger than any
Right.
company. And what it allows us to do is to build new AI modules faster than most companies on this planet Earth. And
Right. Right.
so when I go to somebody and they explain their pain points, hey, we have a problem where a lot of people committing suicides. Hey, we
Right.
have a problem with people with mental disability just walking out. We have a
Sure.
problem that elderly getting heart attack or something and no one is around. Now, to
Sure.
an engineer, there is just one solution to all these problems. But to the end user, the user, they're seeing their father-in-law walking out in the middle of night because he has Alzheimer. They
Right.
have a 5-year-old walking out of elementary school being found a mile away from the school. And
Sure.
the whole active shooter situation, we don't have to explain. It's in the news
Sure.
everywhere. To
Sure.
them, that's a pain point. So once you
Yeah.
solve that, essentially, and because we know from the technology side that how we have done our homework, it's airtight, it does what it says it does. Now we just have to get them to use it. Now back to
Right.
your point that yes, it is a long 6 to 8 months of process. Once
Yeah.
they try it and you fix that one pain point from them,
Yeah.
now you have a friend in the room. Now you basically they're almost on our side and pitching it to
Right.
the mayors, to the
They want it.
governors.
They want it more than you want
Yes,
it, probably. Yeah.
exactly. My dad was an ex police officer. My father in law was an ex police officer. And I
Nice.
have never met a mayor or a sheriff or a chief or a superintendent who right away is saying, oh man, I wish I had it a year ago. I could have done that. Or I wish I had it 3 years
Right.
ago. I remember the case we were doing this. Oh, the mayor is like, oh,
Right.
remember when we had the shooting? We could have helped this. Like all those kind of ideas starts to coming up because
Right.
you gotta, as going back to our original line, that we gotta count on the human intelligence, and that
For
human
sure.
intelligence is you gotta solve their pain points. And once you do that, yes, the process is again the whole RFPs, market studies, bidding, and etc. And from
Right.
there, we can hope for the best.
So the money model of this, though, the revenue model, is it number of devices connected? Is it data transfer? Like, I'm just trying to think of all the systems that need to be connected and talking with each other. What is the revenue model? How do you even price something like this?
I'll price it very simple. So when we were again, so we keep it very simple. So
Yeah.
we looked at again, with my background, I looked at all the companies are doing this at least close by, and we're by far the most developed, most sophisticated technology out there, and it's
Yeah.
just not a claim. There's been bake-offs, there have been awards and ranks and all that, so people can look
Right.
that up themselves. But the idea essentially is that we looked up how our so some people were charging essentially, Todd, was like how many users are using the
Yeah.
platform. Then somebody's how many what's the usage of people are using it, how many times you're
Right.
using it. And then there were people how many sensors, as you put, like, or the cameras or devices and etc. that you're using.
Right.
So we thought of like, interesting. So they have to do all of this, and then they have to buy their cloud services from somebody too, their servers and
Sure.
all that. Yes, that's
Sure.
another expense on top.
Right.
So we thought, what if we just do one fee and make unlimited sensors, unlimited users, and unlimited usage, and charge them on per sensor basis? That's it. So that's our business model, like a SaaS
Cool.
annual contracts, where our average contract is from 3 to 5 years, and we
Yeah.
basically, you can keep adding hundreds of people, and you can
Yeah.
keep
Yeah.
take out them, you can add them, you can have
Right.
usage like 24/7, because that's the whole point of having AI, that a person is now
Sure.
watching 15,000, 11,000 cameras.
Right.
We just had a client that doing 11,000 cameras and using only two people, because the AI helps them
Wow.
to tell them which one it is and all that.
Wow.
So
Cool.
from that perspective, that was the idea of pricing, because again, it's just not from the technology. We want to make our own lane. From pricing side,
Right.
also we want to make our own lane, that cities right away know, oh, I don't have to get grants, because we
Yeah.
don't know what the annual price will be. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of that. How many people going to use it? Oh, you can
Yeah.
use it, Todd, because we have to get another subscription or something like that. No,
Yeah. Yeah.
we want
Yeah.
to have a
Yeah.
flat fee for the entire term of the contract, and use as
Yeah.
much as you want. And all the updates are for free, by the way. Any updates we bring,
Awesome.
it's for free. And
It has
this
to be. It has to be
yes,
that way.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I ask always my user, all I'm asking in return is you give me the feedback. What are the bad
Right.
things
Right.
to get rid of? What are the good things, make them better? And what are the great things, and keep doing? And they always tell us, our last two products actually came from customer feedback.
Love
uh
it.
Last two updates of our product. And if the customer want to tell us, hey, I want this information, I don't want all of
Right.
this, okay, let's do this then. Why do you want this? And all those questions. And again, going back to your point, earlier, that going back to your question of earlier, you become the trusted advisor, and now they want
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
tell you how to solve their problems. And I think that's the best way to go about
Fascinating.
it.
Fascinating. I love the product. I mean, I probably spent a lot more time going over your product than other people, because I'm super intrigued by it. I used to own an audio video company, and we did a lot of security and automation and integration with electronic devices. And so my head's been wandering in the background of our conversation, thinking of all the implementation that has to take place to get all these sensors and things to talk to each other. And so I am thinking about that from a very experienced perspective. But at the same time, what an inspiration. For those listening, this is a 4-year journey that he's been on to build this particular program. Along the way, have you raised a lot of strategic money? Have you developed this through, I mean, bootstrapped? Like, how have you built this, and what have you done?
Yeah, so we are self-funded. We have no external.
Wow.
Yes, you can call it bootstrap. We it's because I take almost two investment bankers call a week. So apparently it's a badge of honor, especially post pandemic, because
I
the
bet.
capital raising market is completely different now.
Right. Right.
But the idea is essentially is that yeah, we make ourselves, we making the payrolls, and it's a
Good for
it's a
you.
very clean company essentially for us. We bootstrapped it all the
Good
way.
for you.
Yeah,
Wow. Congratulations, man. This is exciting.
thank
And
you.
and people listening, you can do this. Like, this is not impossible to bootstrap a business, and it is not impossible to come up with an innovative product that you can introduce to very large clients like government agencies and even countries and municipalities. I mean, this is a huge, huge deal. I'm very proud of you. I'm very honored to have met you and heard the story firsthand, because a lot of times you hear things about programs and projects like this, but it's another thing to actually meet the founder and the group that has developed this. And way to go! I'm super honored to be with you.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate you having me and letting the all your listeners and viewers to see our journey. And it's an uphill battle, but again, nothing good comes, that is easy. So that's the
Easy.
idea. Yeah.
Agreed. Agreed. Well, one last thing. I love to get a shout out. And the shout out, as you know, is someone who's inspired you, kind of helped you along in this journey. Can you think of someone offhand that has been that person for you?
That's very easy for me, Todd. It's my business partner, Nick. Uh, uh, he inspires me in a lot of different ways, and one of
Love
them
it.
is of his perspective of life. So his philosophy towards life that really inspires me.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, I'm super honored to get connected with you. And thanks so much for taking your time today to be on the show. And we will catch up with the rest of you on the next episode. Thanks for
Thank
being
you.
here.
Thank you.
Hey, I hope that interview was as cool for you as it was for me. I honestly loved the conversation, and the post conversation was even better. I should have recorded it, should have kept the camera on. But Calvin is honestly one of those brilliant guys you don't meet very often. He's got a good head on his shoulders. He's got an amazing product. And the way he's taken it to market, let's just face it, I'm jealous. Like, he thought of solutions with big money people and big government people who are willing to spend it for a solution that he's providing. Why don't I do that more often? I don't know. My wife's asking me the same question. But here's what's important. Calvin has a strong network. He has great people telling him, hey man, this is probably a direction you could go. Why don't you try there? Hey, he's got an amazing group of not only investors, but also friends and former partners and things like that who have been able to help him shape the way his business is going. If you don't have a peer group of CEOs and other founders who are in your corner helping you make these decisions, you need to have one. That is why today's episode is sponsored by Captain's Council. CaptainsCouncil.com is a group where you can join and become a part of an intimate group of other CEOs and founders who are in growth mode just like you. No, it's not a startup community. It's a community of founders who have already done their launch, and now they're trying to figure out, where is my best place to go? Where is my focus? Where should it be? And how do I grow and scale my business in a responsible way? That is what the Captain's Council is about. If that's you, go to captainscouncil.com, check it out. There's an application on the front. Just go and apply. You don't have to pay anything to do the application, but we want to know who you are, what kind of business you're running, and how can we help you the most. If it's not a fit, you'll know right away. But we are looking for people to join our group, to become part of our council community and help each other with these types of answers. Can you imagine having a board of directors or a board of advisors who are active CEOs who take an interest in your business and in you and your well-being? You have to pay tens of thousands of dollars for that. Well, you don't in the Captain's Council. So check it out at captainscouncil.com. We'll see you then, and we'll also see you on the next episode of the Growth and Scaling Podcast. Thanks so much for being here. If you haven't done so already, like, share, subscribe, do anything you can to help us grow the channel so that we can continue to provide awesome content for you to grow and scale your company. We'll see you on the next one.